The app available from the App and Play Store.
It is
Dubai.
16 minutes past 10 on Sunrise. And of course, I'm here, Anushka Arora, in for Shabnam Sahi all this week. And we indeed have some very, very special guests in the studio today. We love talking about food. We love snacking. This is the first thing we do when I've been here yesterday and today. All we've been talking about is what are you having for breakfast. So absolutely ideal to have Indranil and Anjusha here in the studio with us. Good morning. How are both of you?
Good morning. We are doing very well and glad to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you as well. Anjusha, welcome to Sunrise Radio. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very, very well, thank you. So you guys are here to talk about Chitale. Have I pronounced that correctly? Yes?
Yes, you're right.
Good stuff. So tell me a little bit about this brand, what it's all about and what you guys do.
So the name of the brand is Chitale Bandhu, which means Chitale Brothers. And this was started by my great-grandfather here in the year 1939. So we started with the dairy business. Eventually, started diversifying into the sweets and snacks business, then into the pulping business, and a couple of other entities which have been around food. So we are from India. We are headquartered from Pune, but we operate a multi-channel business now in India, where we operate about 150 stores.
Wow.
We service close to about 2 lakh retailers in India. We work with modern trade, we work with e-commerce, we work with quick commerce, and we also export to about 35 countries. And that way, part of our focus countries is the UK, which is why we are here. And we're here with our country partner, whose name is Anjusha, and she runs Saugule Global.
Right.
And that way, what we're looking at is towards bolstering presence in the UK.
Now, tell me a little bit about, firstly, why this brand makes it so special to the generation of customers. Like, what is it about this brand that is very, very special?
So I think our customer has always been somebody who's a discerning customer for quality. And that way, because of our backward integration where we are sourcing directly from the farmers, the quality of product that we are able to give and also the quality assurance and the transparency we bring into the picture definitely helps the consumer be a lot more confident about what they're buying. And I think the same consumer, or probably the generation of the consumer before here, is the one that consumed it and created the habits for the consumers right now.
Yeah.
And that's what they keep coming back to.
Now, let's talk about the global expansion decision that you guys, that you just mentioned. You've got, like you said, a very strong and loyal customer base in India. So what is it that is actually motivating you to expand internationally and now specifically into the UK market?
So one of the things is that I think the Indians are also expanding internationally.
Yes.
So, we have a huge Indian diaspora that's moving different borders.
Absolutely.
And that way they end up becoming our first loyal customers.
Yes.
But along with that, what we are also seeing is that the Indians are settling into a very good population in any country that they immigrate into. And that's why they are creating demand not just in the Indian store network but also in the supermarket network and a more mature marketplace that is coming out of it.
Right.
And with that, they are also becoming ambassadors for the local population towards Indian food and Indian culture. So how do we actually enable our product towards a wider audience is where the focus countries and the focus country partners come into the picture. And that's what we want to try and establish with the UK.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to stop you right there. We are going to come back and speak to you about your association with, of course, the ongoing IPL, which again seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year.
Absolutely.
So we'll talk about that in just a moment. Okay, so I am here in conversation with Indranil, talking about and celebrating a 75-year legacy of their brand Chitale, and I am also joined by Anjusha, which I will just speak to you in just a moment. But I think, Indranil, I just want to speak to you and ask you about the consumer expectations now that you are expanding here in the UK. What are you expecting?
So, there are 2 types of consumers that we see in the UK right now. One is the people who migrate, who are the first generation immigrants who've migrated from India and who've had a chance to taste our product. And the other is the people who've been born or brought up here. And that way, while they are, exposed to the brand, they are not necessarily our consumers. So how do we create mind space in their mind is one of the big questions that is in front of us. And that is where what we feel as a good anchor would be our focus as a brand, which is to improve the nutrition per gram that we sell. So when we're talking about improving nutrition, it is not simply about, making everything healthy, but about how we can do incremental steps towards making things healthier.
Right.
And that way, the snacking and the sweet industry is sometimes at the receiving end of a lot of unhealthy stuff.
Yes.
But there are ways where we can do a lot more incremental benefits there. So be it our snacks, which are always fried in groundnut oil or are trans fat free, or the focus on clean labels and only milk-based fats in our sweets, or also the new range of products that we are developing, which is the Binge Bar, which are the baked namkeens formed in a bar.
Oh, wow.
So those are very innovative because we have patents for that as well.
Okay.
And we're just reducing the bad oil percentage that could come through snacking.
Correct.
And still make it tastier, because very often the complaint is that anything that is healthy is not always tasty.
But I think that's a very wrong notion that we have. Like,
Absolutely.
you can eat things that are tasty but also healthy.
Absolutely.
In the same space. So tell me, like, I know you're just talking about the Binge range as well, but in terms of the products, is it going to be the same as what you have in India? Do we get the same, or is it different?
So part of the range would be similar, simply because there is already a loyal customer to it. But there is also a different type of consumer here who are very often double income and fully engaged. So that way, what we want to make sure is that we make their life easier,
Yes.
where they are spending less time on nutrition and more time focusing on what is more important.
Yeah.
So that way, the meals, the ready to eat, the ready to cook category will also be a big focus for us.
Okay.
And that way, these will all be clean labeled, retorted, and that way preservative free. So that's why the meals and the main focus, which is the major meal that is consumed by people, that is the area we want to help target, and not simply for the student population, but also for the working class population here. Because very often the challenge now is about how much time do you spend in the kitchen,
Exactly.
and where else can be productive for that same time.
Yeah.
So we want to make the life easy there.
Yes.
That is where the focus is.
Oh, this is sounding great. Making life easy and eating healthy is always a good thing. Now, Anjusha, I want to come over to you actually. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about how this very exclusive partnership has come about? So talk me through that a little bit.
Absolutely. When I was growing up, I have simply enjoyed the products from Chitwe Bandhu. And when this proposition came forward that they are looking for a partner, we shared the same goals, same vision, and also shared values because their products are premium, they are tasty, and they are more quality. And as you rightly said, we are focusing on what the customer needs. It's more about healthy food, even if it is tasty. And that's what got us together. I agree it is a saturated market where we are currently, but there is always hundreds of possibilities.
Absolutely.
And that's where we are now trying to conquer that space.
Now, like you said, Chitale, it's a household name in India, but what sort of steps are you taking to replicate that trust and that popularity here in the UK?
It's very interesting because we have to start from zero.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need any complicated strategies, but simple steps of being there for the community. And that's what we have worked from the time our partnership has been announced. And we have gathered to get that momentum and get the name being talking into everyone's mind. So people are thus looking forward. And the strategy is simple. Just be present. Just have your distributors, your retailers, but more importantly, to be there for various events. Because when you're abroad, people like to get together for different festivals, for ceremonies. And if you have your brand presented at the right spots, that's where they relish on the memories. So every person, if you have seen in last 10 years, people have migrated from India to UK and they miss their local flavors. And food, I believe, is the best form of conversation starter.
Absolutely.
And I find that Chitwe products are so good that it can just, start any conversation.
Yeah.
Like I did something last week. We had Easter recently.
Yeah.
And I never thought that Chitwe with Easter will go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But our products, like Chitwe products, were loved by many English people, and that's where we want to grow. So what I'm looking this partnership is not about just selling our products, but also building the bridges, between the communities, between the various nationalities, and also between UK and India.
That's lovely. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, I was earlier having a look on your website and I did come across at the fact that Chitale is the official snacking partner for Mumbai Indians IPL. So food, showbiz, Bollywood, entertainment and snacking, it all goes hand in hand with cricket, doesn't it? So tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. I think cricket itself is a religion in India that way.
Absolutely, it is.
And we take that spirit up whenever we travel.
Yes.
And that's where we thought that, that's also one of the great anchor points for snacking across the world.
Yeah.
And also a place where camaraderie is built.
Yeah.
So the impact of food is that it's always emotional. And you want to build that emotion and create repeating those emotions again and again. And avenues where that can be repeated is where we want to focus on our consumers. And that way cricket was one of the big things, and there's nobody bigger than Mumbai Indians right now.
Yeah. Oh yes. Well,
Yes.
question mark.
Well, I'm hoping I proved the point after the finals. But
Look, Mumbai Indians always tend to bounce back, don't they?
Yes.
Always do that.
so they are currently on that curve. Where
Yeah.
they're fighting back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think our other association is also with our brand ambassador, who's Mr. Sachin Tendulkar.
Yes. Yes. Tell me, how did
also
that all
popular
come
cricketer.
about? Yeah.
So that's again the same thing that, as we try and expand globally, the brand also is not always on the top of the mind of every consumer who's a potential for us. So how do we create a trust building mechanism with our consumers is where associations matter a lot.
Yeah.
And there are two types of associations that can happen. One is of course through a brand ambassador, and the other is through events like what Anjusha was talking about.
Yes.
So what we want to try and build is this association with a face that is connectable, and also physically, where we actually sample the consumer the range of products that we have. And I think as they say, jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai.
Absolutely.
So that's
yeah.
what we want to try and do as a very simple strategy.
Yeah, that's amazing. No, I think it's great. It like we're saying, it all just goes hand in hand, isn't it? Cricket is a religion, food, showbiz, all of this, it all comes together. Okay, so Indranil, tell us a little bit about the Bakarwadi question. Like, tell us firstly, anybody who doesn't know what that is, and how some people in the UK have been enjoying that quite a lot.
Yes. So Bakarwadi is one of our star products, what we call our driver product. And that way, it's something that we've been making for more than 50 years.
Wow.
And by origins, it is actually a Gujarati product. And, as the name suggests, it's bakar or bhakar, which is the chapati or a bhakri that is popular in that region. And wadi, which is a lot of filling that is stuffed inside. So that is the basic idea to it. And what my grandfather did was he came across this product and he just modified it to an extent and made it a little more spicy and fried it, deep fried it as well. So that's why it becomes a lot more crunchier as well.
Yes.
So it's like a spring roll for people who don't know about it, which is wrapped in multiple layers, and you have a thin sheet and a lot of stuffing inside, which is spicy. So that as a snack is something that became really popular and became something that is an anchor product for the Chittai brand. And we eventually automated it, eventually scaled it up, and we make now about 2,500 kgs of Bakarwadi every hour.
What? Every hour?
Every hour.
That is mad. Wow.
So with that capacity, we are very confident that we can cater to the demands for the UK as well.
Yeah.
And that is going to be one of our top products for availability. And it will be over the next few days available in different formats, where it would be the conventional Bakarwadi, which is the 250 grams and 500 gram trays, as well as the pouches with the mini Bakarwadi. This is our newly launched product, and
Awesome.
that's been part of the Mumbai Indians engagement as well.
Oh, lovely.
So-
Lovely.
And more flavors are up in the works. So
Okay.
that way we are very confident that we will be able to not just appeal to the Indian diaspora settled here,
Yeah.
but with their help we'll be able to appeal to the British diaspora as well.
Of course.
Especially in the pop culture that we have very popular in the UK.
Yes, absolutely. So, in fact, just off the back of that, I mean, it's quite rooted. This brand is very rooted in the Maharashtrian culture. Is the brand experiencing in the UK intended mainly for Marathi audiences, or like you just said, has it got a wider appeal to it?
Well, so we are rooted in Maharashtra, but we are for the world. And that way, we don't wish to be restricted at all to the Maharashtrian community.
Yeah.
They are our brand ambassadors, but with their help, we are very sure that we will be made available to a lot different communities.
Yeah.
And not just Indian communities, but different nationalities that reside in the UK. So our aim is to focus on creating more range and more products which appeal to different communities and different taste buds. just like how it is with India, where the taste and the palate changes every 50 miles.
Absolutely.
We want to
yes,
have that
yeah.
diversity as part of our portfolio here.
How lovely is that? So just talk to us about the availability and access. How can we buy, where from, and all of that, so our listeners are able to also have a taste.
I'll let Anjusha answer this, because she's going to enable all of this for us in the
Absolutely.
UK.
Go for it. You tell us.
So very soon we will be found in many superstores and retail stores and online. So our e-commerce platform is live and people can start buying from them, because we want to reach each and every corner of the UK. So we don't want to restrict ourselves. So if you just simply love any of our products, go on our website. It's www.chitebandhu.co.uk and you can simply buy anything you want. We are looking forward to serve you.
That is
and
lovely.
The products will be available soon, probably by next week.
Okay, so as early as next week, and
Yes.
we look forward to that. We look forward to that. So just quickly, before you do leave, long-term vision, what is that for the brand? Just talk me through that.
So as a brand, as I said, our focus is on improving nutrition for grams. So every gram we sell, how do we incrementally better the available nutrition for our consumers is what we are focusing on.
Yeah.
And that way the nutrition can be in multiple channels of food. So right now, while the focus is on snacking and the dessert part of the business, our major focus over the period of time will be about meals, because those are the more important meals that people have.
Yeah.
And very soon with the whole e-commerce business, what we also wish to appeal to is build more subscription patterns for our consumers, where they can keep buying different products for different times of the day. Where it can be anything from breakfast to the evening dessert. So how do we create a range available here and facilitate that to the consumers is what we want to build on to. And that way become a channel for Indian cuisine to be exposed to different parts of the world.
Wow, that sounds absolutely phenomenal. Well, good luck with the launch. I hope it all goes very, very well. The snacks are sounding very tasty, I must say. So good luck, and hopefully we see you back here very, very soon with some more products.
I'm looking forward
in
to
hand.
it.
Thank you for having us, Anushka.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
there you go. Actually, Anjusha, if you'd just like to mention the website again, please, for our listeners.
Sure. It's www.chitale, CHITALE, Bandhu, BANDHU.co.uk.
Super, super stuff. Thank you so much. Looking forward to snacking and doing so much more with that.
The app available from the App and Play Store.